So it's, even though you're telling me, you know it, I know you don't know it. So I just ask what you know and what you don't know, and then.
Yeah, you spotted the fault nicely. Well, you couldn't miss it really because I had a nice corner cut there, wasn't I? You pulled me over nicely. The analysation is going to lead you straight to the remedial action, yeah?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's where I will get confused, because when you say to me I know it, and I say, okay, if he knows, how can I come in and say you don't know it?
But come on, you've been dealing with real learners.
Yeah. But you know, the real learners, they will never ask you, they never come back to you. If you say to you don't know it, they say to you, yes, I don't, show me where. So I bring the book and show, this is the turning point.
What, you've never had a real learner think they know something and they're completely wrong?
I was lucky then. I would say I'm lucky. So far, nobody.
I've seen it loads of times.
They don't come and say to me, no, I know and you don't know. If I say to them, you don't, this is wrong, they accept it and say, okay, show me what is right, and they just go and follow it.
Yeah, I mean they might accept it, but
only sometime when they are, they learn from their friends or families, and then maybe those ones can challenge your.
Yeah, I mean you just have to go along with the fact is that it's role play, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to make it realistic as possible, yeah. But it is role play, yeah. It's the part 3 is fault based, yeah.
Yeah.
If I was your examiner, I've got a half an hour to find out if you know this subject.
Yes.
And therefore, I am going to try and get as many faults as I can, yeah. Some you can be proactive and stop them happening. The right corner cut is something that you probably can't stop, because once I've started to turn, I'm not going to back off. Then you've got to analyse it and find out, why did I make that mistake?
Yeah.
And that's going to lead you straight to the door of the remedial action.
Yeah.
All I need is a reference point, isn't it?
No, yeah, God, even if you say something to me now that I know, if you know, then you shouldn't be going wrong anyway in the first place. So if that's me is telling me, that's where I need to work on, and the rest I ask.
Yeah, so back and roll. Yeah, so I'll never cut a corner again. I'm sorry about that. I'll never ever cut a corner again.
But at some point we do need to actually cut corner.
Oh, do we?
If there's a parked vehicle on the side of your side of the road, so we need to cut corner. But if you need to cut corner, make sure you look in the road to see if it's safe for you to turn. Because if you don't cut the corner, you'll be end up behind that car in front, and then you'll be end up behind that car.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So I stay where I am if there's a car coming up the road.
If the car is coming the road you are turning in, stay in your side of the road, clear the junction, and then you turn in.
Oh, okay. It's not all black and white then, is it?
No, it's nice with this bend, good speed and
thanks.
Good observation.
And turning left.
And turn left, yeah. You look ahead as well, look ahead.
Oh yeah. Oh, he went at the same time as me. That was my priority, wasn't it?
Yeah, but if he decided to move, then what we should do?
Oh, I suppose I should have waited.
Yes, you should wait.
And turning right.
Otherwise, end up and
Turning right.
Turn right. Yeah. How are you going to judge the corner this time?
Oh, that reference point.
Just remind me why it's important that way.
Didn't want to get hit by that great big wide van, did I?
That's it, no?
I'll be having my dinner through a straw tonight, wouldn't I?
That's right.
So what do you mean by these cars coming up to these crossroads?
Yeah, but this time good you start doing your observation.
Look through the windscreen, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Next on the left.
So pull up here on the left.
Next on the left.
The next on the left. So just remind me what's the danger of if you're looking through the doorway?
Sorry?
What's the danger of if you're approaching and you're looking through your door windows instead of looking through the front window?
Oh, it's too late by then, isn't it?
Yeah. And while you are looking through this, you may come and hit someone if the car in front stop because you're looking through the.
Right, I'll turn this around on my own, okay? So how'd that do?
Yeah, I'm working on my own identifying, especially the crossroad.
Now how did I do?
Oh, sorry. Okay.
I'm going to need to move my test, don't I?
We have 2 weeks, and how you approaching junctions? What do you think you have improved on the approach? The mirrors?
Yeah, it took me a long time to get there, didn't it? Right, I'll relax. Sorry, jacket. How do you feel that went?
It's happening, but it's not
Sorry?
really. It's happening, but it's not really full control, I would say.
It's taken too long to happen. Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm having to give you too many. I'm having to give you too many lifelines.
Yeah.
You know, these links that we can use. Cool, you're getting on a plate with them, aren't you? But you're not taking it. I've actually got to give you a nudge to make the link.
No, I was going to make that link, but like you say,
When?
if
Next
after
Tuesday?
after turn.
Was the road clear behind you?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, if the road's clear behind you, Tony, just hold here for a sec. I just want to talk to you. I'm in control, there's nobody behind us. I'll be quite happy to wait, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, but then when you make the link, you need to make sure that, you know, if you ask me, you know, on the emerge, how am I judging my position for turning left, and I'll tell you, you need to follow up with why. And then tell me it's exactly the same at Crossroads. Only then will I go along with it. Because I might have just fluked that one, mightn't I? Does that make sense?
Yeah. So it's why you do this?
Yeah, we had a lot of problems with the mirrors, didn't we?
Mm.
An awful lot of problems with the mirrors. Once I'm approaching the subject that you've been asked to teach, yeah? It's the same with a real learner. Look at the routine they're following. It's the MSPSL routine for anything to do with junctions, isn't it?
Mm.
You're going to have to look at me, look at my eyes, look at my hands, look at my feet. And then, if it's an emerge situation at a crossroads, instead of doing the observations for me, watch me do the observations. Follow me around, yeah? Because a lot of pupils only look right and left, where I need to be looking right, opposite, left, opposite, right, and then in the direction I'm steering. Just follow me on the observations. And that's what you need to nail, is that you need to watch. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yes, just watch it, otherwise you won't see it. You know, we very easily could have gone through the whole of that subject without any mirrors whatsoever. What do you think the result's going to be?
With this outcome of this lesson, if the result, if I'm doing a part 3, you mean?
Part 3 or a driving lesson, what would be the result at the end of it?
It's no good.
It wouldn't be good for anybody, would it?
Yeah, it won't be good.
Wouldn't be good for you because you wouldn't pass your part 3.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be good for your
For
pupil.
learner, yeah, because you don't learn anything.
And you need to bear in mind, you know, you've got responsibility. You're on a trainee license at the moment.
Hmm.
You shouldn't be letting these faults happen, yeah? If you let a pupil go all the way through a lesson without checking any mirrors, they're developing very bad habits, aren't they? You got to nail these faults, yeah? You know, on the part 3 it's a little bit easier because if you spot the fault and you're working on it, but then I'll give you a bit of time to do it. But a real pupil won't. If they miss the mirrors, they may well make a positional fault at the same time. So you've now got 2 faults to deal with a real learner. You know, so the fact that you're on this pink license should really be helping you, not hindering you. You need to watch your pupils more. Next time you're out on a lesson, when's your next lesson? With a real pupil?
It's tomorrow.
Right. Start watching them a lot more, yeah? You know, a lot of people say, oh, I've got to watch the road ahead. Yeah, but you've got to watch what your pupil is doing. If you're watching what your pupil's watching, then it's a bit like when we're pulling away from the curb, yeah? And I checked my blind spot, and we had this a couple of Saturdays ago, didn't we? And I was checking the blind spot, but I could see that you weren't checking the blind spot. You know, so you're actually allowing your pupil to pull away, and if your pupil makes a misjudgment there and doesn't see a motorbike coming out of that entrance there to the right, or a car, it's an accident, isn't it? Yeah. You know, you must never ever, you know, just because they look doesn't mean to say this, that they see. It's the same with the mirrors. Because they check the mirrors, you need to find out, do they really understand why they're checking them? You know, this thing about, yeah, check your middle mirror, check your left mirror, it's not good to anybody, yeah? That's just learning by rote, isn't it?
Yeah.
They need to learn by understanding. If they understand something, they're more likely to do it on their own after they pass the driving test, yeah? You know, I know from being long enough in this job, when I started first teaching, yeah, check that mirror, check that mirror. Yeah, they'd probably do it on the lesson eventually to stop me whinging at them, and they might even do it on the day of the driving test. But I know now from experience that once they get that bit of that new license in their hand, they're not going to do it anymore, because I wasn't experienced enough to actually tell them the reasons why. And knowing the reasons why might just make them think, hang on, yeah, if I don't check that mirror and that mirror, that vehicle that was behind, that Porsche behind me, oh, he's now alongside me. I wouldn't have seen him. Thanks, Tony. You saved my life. Does that make sense? It's all about trying to get education in there. It's not all about just getting them to, you know, you're not training a monkey or a parrot, yeah? Check that mirror, yeah. Come in with the reasons why, yeah? Right, I'll give that a pause, and I'll feed you.
Okay.